Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for being here live. And yes, I will mute those birds. I'll turn them down right now. And I think that it's louder for you guys than it is for me through my headsets. The feed is more direct or something. I'm not sure. Well, the birds aren't out there today anyway. There's a little bit of scratching going on, but welcome, and I'm glad that you're here for our morning meditation on Wednesday. I'm going to solve the upstreaming problem too. I'm not going to solve it. We have a new provider coming into our town for fiber optic cable, and I've signed up for it, which means my upload speed will be faster, so there'll be less buffering. So that's all good news. But welcome. Hey, Judith, out in the Ozarks. Thanks for being here live. Thanks for being here recorded. After I recorded it. Let's see. Look at my notes. That's a good idea. Yeah, so group practice makes a difference because it deepens not only our personal practice, it gives us a ritualization of our practice when we're not together, but it also, when we're together, you may have discovered this on your own, which is why you're still coming, that the meditation practice deepens in collective, whether it's live or by recording. There's a mystical aspect to this, and I know that sounds woo-woo, but nothing to be done for that. Where the two or three are gathered, I am there. The divine energy is very powerful between us when we're in a group setting, and it doesn't matter whether you're a believer or not believer. That happens with meditation in group settings, which is why I happen to love it. And you don't need to take my word for it. You experience it for yourself. So the big question is, can you hear the birds? I have them down pretty low, but I'm going to mute them in a moment. Let's see. That's them up high. They're scratching. The ducks are out there. I'm going to mute them. There's nobody singing out there this morning anyway. Hi, Susie. So on the thumbnail picture, that's me on the thumbnail picture, taken several years ago, might have been my last parade. I'm not a stilt walker anymore. I'm retired stilt walker, although I keep desiring it. The thing about stilt walking and the similarity to meditation is that in stilt walking, a stilt walker is always falling. That is what stilt walking is. You're always falling, especially in these theater stilts with these tiny, 2-inch bottoms or 1.5-inch bottoms, unlike the ones that the people use when they're doing drywalling and sheetrocking or painting and taping in a house, which have big, basically shoes on the bottom of them. So they're very stable platforms. The theater stilt is narrow bottom. And so the whole technique of stilt walking is controlling the fall, always passing through the center line, falling this way, pulling oneself back, passing through the center line, revolving around the center line. And meditation is super similar to this because as we learn to control our thoughts through chants or through a picture in your head that you're holding, through breath and mind control, using singular thinking, either a small prayer or the image of the divine, of light, that's going to be divine light. Meditation involves the running away of the mind, and the mind is always running away. And so we pull it back in and we stay in the center point for a moment, and then it runs away again. And then we pull it back in, and then it falls off again. And then it comes back through the center line. So we're always passing through the center line of the now. And when we're in the now, and in stilt walking, I learned how to lock my body in certain forms and certain shapes where I could actually stay still for moments at a time. Just kind of, but I couldn't stay there for long because the fall would begin. And so meditation is very similar to that. We can bring ourselves right to the center for periods of time, and then we fall out of it. And the more you practice with your meditation, the more you'll become able to stay in that space. And that space will expand, and you'll have some increased capacity for getting to there in addition to staying there. And so stilt walking is a lot like meditation, and meditation is a lot like stilt walking. Don't expect to stay in the now always in your meditation. It's not the way it works. Pass through the now, come back to the now until you develop your capacity to stay there longer and longer and longer in the stillness, in the center. It just takes practice, and the mind learns and the body responds. That's my little talk this morning. I've been thinking about stilt walking and meditation. Thanks for being here live. Mostly we're here to meditate anyway, not really talk to so much. Great metaphor. Thanks, Evaluate. Um, I love stilt walking. I'd still be doing it. You only get one fall in stilt walking, and I didn't get. Well, I did fall once. That's a ghost story I could tell, but it was an equipment failure, and it wasn't a practitioner failure, except for the practitioner was caring for the equipment and made a mistake. But I mean, in terms of the actual practice of meditation, of stilt walking, you only get one fall, and I'm kind of aged out. I'm a little aged out of that kind of fall. Let's see. I'm turning my timer here. Thanks for the enthusiasm with the metaphor. I'm going to turn on my timer at 8:30 a.m. And I wish I could make that sound be quieter. Maybe I can mute it underneath something. It's a pretty loud alarm, even though I turned the volume down. There, I put it underneath some cloth. Thanks, Kelsey. And so, Kelsey, the last parade I did was in Damascotta, was the Pumpkin Fest parade. Crossing that bridge, I have quite the story about that day. Anyway, if you're all ready, I'd love to meditate. Thanks for being here. People by recording, it's because of the ethereal nature of the divine energy. Whenever we gather together, whether we're actually in each other's presence, which we're only sort of virtually here through the camera and the microphone, and you're being here in chat, this is that same energy carries out into the recording and is a collective of everyone who practices with this particular meditation or any of them at any point in now or the future. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Let's just jump into it. My feet are going to be flat on the floor. Review a little meditation for anyone who is new. Feet are flat on the floor, spine is straight. My hands are in this mula here. I like that one because it fits under my desk. And it's relaxing. My thumbs are touching. My spine is straight. My shoulders, I relax my shoulders, kind of shake it out a little bit. Take a breath in, have a chant, have an image in your head, breathe it into your belly, lock it to your breath in a gentle way. Fill your belly, feel it expand, hold, release. Ride your breath up your spine to your third eye. Hold and inhale. Repeat, you're on your own. See you in 20. Peace and love, everyone. Thanks for being here. And Kelsey, it wasn't my last parade. I did another one or two after. Peace and love.